Hey y'all, I'm live. I've still got Rosie on. She's sending everybody over. I just love her. How can you watch her stream and just not love her? First of all, she's one of the best cooks on YouTube. If you watch her, she is, after you've cooked, like I've cooked all my life. And there are many of you, so many people are like, I've cooked 30 years, I've cooked 40 years. And when you cook, you get to where you do things without thinking about it. You do it automatically. And sometimes when you're explaining it to somebody, you forget. You're like, oh, shit. I forgot to explain this or I forgot to explain that. She always is on the money. She's always on beat. And that's why you can do it along with her. You may have to pause to mix something, but she does it in real time. And except for her bread doughs, which everybody knows you have to do the day before. And I really enjoy it. So I hope we get some people in here. I see we've got 7. Y'all say hi. Introduce yourselves if you're new. Okay. I'm going to be honest with you. I used to make Wreath. Hi, Lisa, doll baby. Hi, Miss Zombie. Hello, Colleen. Aloha. Oh, hello, everyone that's coming in. There's Steph. Hello, sweetheart. I'm so glad you got to make it. And I think Gypsy's coming in. She said, I'm bored when you going live. And I said, here in a minute. So everybody coming in. I wanted to I'll get some people in. And let's see. There's Nocturnal Denizen. Hi, sweetheart. Listen, if you want chicken and dumplings, I have to tell you, my chicken and dumplings are not like the normal country chicken and dumplings. Mine are like gourmet. I'd put mine up against Paula Deen's anytime. Plus, it's got wine in it. And everybody knows we love something with a little liquor in it to flavor it. But, so check out those videos. Like I said, Rosie got me brave. So I'm doing live stream cooking now instead of just videos. But, all right. There's a little background to all this. Lord, I look big as a house in this, but I don't like the way my arms look because I got my bat wings. And Lord knows I've had my butt made fun of enough from that one stream where I ran off and turned the camera off. But anyway, my mother, and I've talked about my mom, her being OCD, a little wackadoodle, but she was so artistic and she was so talented with it. She could paint. Like whenever we needed something when I was little drawn for the class, she would do it. She could draw clowns and balloons and just all sorts of stuff, cartoon characters. And she actually wanted to be a graphic designer before she became a nurse. But one of the ways that she had a creative outlet was she always was making crafts around the house, wreaths, different things. Like she has probably the biggest Christmas village that I've ever seen. It's hours and hours. But she always got into crafts and making things and being artistic. In fact, downstairs at their house, she has her whole bench that's probably as big as my kitchen and dining room together. They have a big house. And it's got shelves, it's got a bench and her stools and all of her stuff organized. She's very, very organized. Of course, she's OCD. But so I grew up crafting. But I haven't done any of this in a long time. I even took... I could have graduated early from high school, but they'd already moved me up a year. So they didn't want to do that. So Mom and Dad were like, well, you need to find some BS class to take. And I'm like, can I actually do something fun? Because I was already in all the music classes, band and all that stuff. Played, and sang. And, but all I had left for requirement for the governor's seal, like the high diploma, was 11th and 12th grade English and government, AP government, and AP history. And of course the Englishes were AP. So I literally had 4 classes at the end of my sophomore year. And I said, can I go to the vocational school? Because I knew the vocational classes were easy. Yes, I was getting lazy. And I thought, oh, this would be easy. What did I take? Horticulture. Because I like growing flowers. And I learned to decorate flowers, arrange flowers, grow different things. I had my whole flat. I was the only student that had my whole thing. I grew everything from kohlrabi to beans to tomatoes. I would go there and people would go and steal my vegetables. But anyway, I had a lot of fun doing that. And I learned a lot of stuff. And when I was in, let me say hello. Hey, Gypsy. Hi, doll baby. And hello, Butterfly Beauty. Hi, Dramatuber, and hello, Helen. And let's see, Fran says La Manja. Is that La Manjana? You're so cute. Listen, but so what happened was I always had side businesses, you know, like I told y'all about growing catnip, and it was like 6 feet tall. You thought I was growing weed. And I had a Singer sewing machine. I made little bags like this, and I would dry the catnip, put it in it, and sell it for cats. And I sold a ton of them. I sold houseplants. I picked berries, and, you know, we had 7 different kinds of cherry trees. We had all sorts of fruit trees on our farm, and I would sell it. And Dad was like, you pick it, you know, as long as we get ours, whatever's left over, you can sell. And I made money. I was always about making money. Well, we had grapevines, and he didn't arbor them because, honestly, it kind of freaked me out. I have a thing about spiders. I'm very afraid of spiders. My mother loves spiders because she's weird, but she's just creepy like that. But we had a row of white, a row of blue, deep, beautiful blue, and then we had red. So if you know anything about taking care of grapes, you have to trim them back, you know, or they'll just kind of go everywhere, and then you won't get as good a fruit. Well, when I started a horticulture class, I saw a grapevine wreath, and I'm like, where'd you get that? And the teacher, Mr. Sowers, I'll never forget, I just loved him. He's like, oh, this is one of our examples. You know, we had some grapevines brought in. I said, my daddy just trimmed the grapevines. Can I make grapevine wreaths? He said, you make all you want. My dad loaded them up in the pickup truck, and instead of taking them to the dump or, you know, to the burn yard, he brought them to the greenhouse. And I sat there, and I didn't let anybody else have them. I was like, these are mine. And I made grapevine wreaths till I tore my hands up. But I sold the shit out of those, and I had plenty of Christmas money. And some I decorated, some I just sold as plain grapevine wreaths so other people could decorate them. And the only way the other students could get them was if I made them and they paid me for them, because I was a hustler. But hey, Peggy. Hi, doll baby. It's a capital L. Oh, okay. Lamangina? Lamangina? Oh, Lord. Hi, Clancy. Hi, Flyboy Glenn. I'm so glad to see you. Yeah, grapevine wreaths. But I would make them anywhere from real small to I could make them really, really big. And I got, if you remember in the 80s, that was the big thing. And I got a lot of money for it. So I was like, screw y'all and your carnations, because they will grow carnations to sell. And Easter lettuce, I'd be like, I'll do my wreaths. I'll make more money. Okay, but what we're going to do today, Rosie challenged me to do a wreath. A wreath. Like Mama Bear made a wreath. The kind that Mama Bear made, that she demonstrated, we used to make in church when I was little, like 6 or 7. And yeah, they were cute. My mom wouldn't hang it, but it was cute. And, you know, they're kind of like the thing that you give a child to do. And you saw how fast Rosie tripped through that. Lord, she had that thing done in no time. And it was cute. And she put her stuff on it, and it was cute. But I said, well, if I'm going to make a wreath, you know I got to make it difficult. Because I never do anything easy. I'm like Tina Turner. We never do it easy. We always got to do it rough. So rough we're doing. I am making Nightmare Before Christmas, because we have that everywhere in my house. I have all the cookie jars. I have wine glasses. Y'all think I'm kidding. I have a coffee mug with Nightmare Before Christmas. If it has Nightmare Before Christmas on it, I love it. And we have to have it. And my hutch is full of them, and they're all through the house. And, you know, and I just enjoy it. I enjoy these things. Things in my house that make me happy, I definitely want. I'm like, oh, that make me happy. I need that. And Pirate's supposed to be picking me up a Nightmare Before Christmas globe, because we don't have any here in my town. Okay, so what am I starting out with? Well, I'm using a styrofoam wreath because I can stick things in it or to it. And I need something with a little more substance. I could have used one of the 3-prong wire ones, but I was like, eh. And plus, I ordered a lot of this stuff. Now, some came from one of the things came from Walgreens. One or two of the ribbons came from Hobby Lobby. I couldn't find crap at Hobby Lobby. I'll be honest, they've been cleaned out. This and everything else except for the paint. The paint he picked up at Lowe's for me. Everything else came from createforless.com. And if you go there and you like to do crafts, I'm not sponsored. I wish I was, because I spent a damn fortune there. Yeah, this is not a cheap wreath. I probably could have bought one that's going to look a lot better, but you know me. I got to do it the hard way. Okay, the first thing we're going to do, this is going to, the way I've planned it out, if you look on, let me hit Google, wait a minute, because I want to make sure I'm not telling you lies. Y'all know I hate that. If you go to Nightmare Before Christmas wreaths on Google, you are going to see there are just tons of them, and they're cheap looking ones and they're expensive looking ones. Well, the one that I found cutest, let me see, was this one. And you see how he's got Jack there, but now it's got the little rosettes, and then it's wrapped in different ways. Well, I'm going to do it a little bit different. Would you shut up? Nobody's talking to you. Yeah, hey. Hush. It's not your show. You know the dogs, they always got to be in on it. But I'm going to do it this way, but I'm going to do it a little bit different. Now, before I get started, there are a couple things that I had to do first, because it takes several hours to dry. First thing, of course, I got half a styrofoam ball, and I was able to order this, and it wasn't that much. And I spray painted it. Where's my spray paint? Good old Krylon. And I put about 6 coats on this sucker, and thinking that it was going to go smooth, but it didn't, because it's about styrofoam. But you know what? It's got a little texture to it, but that's not going to hurt anything. Nobody's going to care. It's my wreath. As long as I like it, I don't give a shit about what anybody else says, right? But I use a kind of heavy gauge floral wire, and I just stuck it into it, held it, sprayed it completely white, and then, you know, and my face isn't perfect, but neither is Jack's. It changes expression all the time. So I've got him going, doing the kind of like, what are you doing? So first thing I did was make that, and I let it dry. I'm going to lock those little boogers out. Ta-da. So, and as you can see, they knocked down my little, I have a thing that keeps them in, and yeah, they've been naughty. So, bye, Butterfly Beauty. But Ms. Zombie, how can you not love Nightmare Before Christmas? Plus, Sally's redheaded. My husband's thin, and he doesn't dance, but, you know, it's just, I always say he's my Jack, and I'm his Sally. So, we have a lot of fun with this. Even our Christmas tree is all cartoons, and there's a lot of Nightmare Before Christmas, and you got us a globe with our names engraved on the bottom of it that had all the characters in it. And of course I have all the characters, but then I got a lot of Looney Tunes and all that stuff too. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do after that is we're going to make our rosettes. Now I want you to look at how I did these, because I got to looking at that one and I figured out it would be easier. This is felt, and what I did was just roll it up, just like in the picture. If you can find that picture on Google, you'll see exactly what they've done. Rolled it up, and then I painted it with the Krylon. What I did was I sprayed a little Krylon on a box. Let me show you. This is so simple. It really is. Sprayed a little Krylon on my box for my other stuff. And I sat here, and I took my paintbrush, and I just did the top. Now, it's going to take, you have to paint it and let it dry. Paint it and let it dry, because it's felt. It's going to soak it up. But they're pretty good and dry right now. So I made small ones. I made several small ones. Then I made a bigger one. Where's my other bigger one? I know I got more than one. You little booger, where'd you go? There it is. And they're not perfect. You don't want them perfect. If you look on the picture, they're not perfect. They're not perfectly shaped, and they're not supposed to look exactly like roses. Okay. So we got that done. And then the third thing to do, if you've ever taken a horticulture class or a florist class, you've learned how to make bows. I mean, seriously, I made bows until my hands were sore. But what I wanted to do is I didn't want a great big fluffy floral bow, because that wouldn't go with this. If you had a great big like Christmassy bow, because it's not. It's Halloween, you know, Nightmare Before Christmas. So what I did was I took a chevron. This is a 1-inch sparkled chevron ribbon, and I just put 2 on each side, and then I've got it down like that. So it's very simple. I made 3 of them. Okay, now some of my other things that I'm using, in case you're marking these down. I always buy too much of stuff. I'm going to tell you that right now. Because I never know how much I'm going to use, and I'd rather have too much than too little. All right. Gross grain, 1 inch black ribbon. Then I got 2 more of these just in case. Then I got 2 inch. Or is it 2.5 inch? Wait a minute. 2.5 inch. Okay. And that's plenty. It's like 35 yards because once again, my husband don't want me to run out of anything. He knows. But I've got that. Also, on some of the wreaths, I saw accents that I really like that weren't incorporated in that one. So I got purple and black crepe. Now, this is sparkly, and then I have the plain black crepe. And I'm not sure what I'll ever use these for again, but I'll figure something out. I'll wrap homemade soap in them or something. But anyway, so I've got those. And I'm going to show you how I use those. Let me see if I'm missing anything. Black felt for the flowers. You're going to need your floral wire. And I don't know what gauge this is, but it's pretty stiff. I've got my glue gun, which is a product of Satan. Has anybody ever used a glue gun and not burnt themselves? Mama Beth, after stream, check Twitter DMs. Okay, will do, honey. That looks like my ex-boyfriend. I love it. Oh, Lord. Bye, Butterfly Beauty. Let's see, am I missing anybody? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Halloween costumes couple. If my husband would dress up, I can't get him to dress up. You see Merlin out there wandering around. And there's Brian. Look at him. See, I'm just being a monster because y'all won't let me on camera. But, but yeah, he doesn't dress up. Although this year I am Maleficent, just in case we get any trick-or-treaters. I bought the horns. I just wanted the horns. I'm not going to lie. I just wanted the horns and the cake. I got it. Okay, let's see if I can get this thing put together without destroying. And all of this, once we got, oh, and I forgot to show you this. My husband went to Walgreens. I love my husband so much. He's like, can you use these on your wreath? And I said, oh, you damn straight I can't. And he said, well, they played the song. I said, oh, even better. Do I have to plug it in? He said, no, it's got a battery pack. I said, I love you forever and ever and ever. See, he does these things. See why I cook all the time? All right. So we've got all of this together. And then the very last thing I did was this. And I don't know if you know what this is. This goes under Jack's head. It is his collar. And remember, he's dressed like he's in a tuxedo. So this has to go right up against it. And you'll see it in any of the wreaths. You have to have this. And what I did was I took the felt and I cut it to the right dimension. And you can see it's a pretty simple shape. And then I took paint and I just traced it along. And it's not, you know what, there's probably other paints I could have used, but why go buy it when this is going to work? And then on the back, I used my glue gun, burnt myself twice doing this. I used my glue gun to glue the floral wire to it so it actually would be stiff. And I could mold it any way I wanted. So that's pretty much that. Okay. We're going to start out. I'm going to try this. Now, y'all going to have to bear with me because I'm going to be trying as I go. If I screw up, we'll just do something different. God knows I've got enough shit here to make about 4 wreaths. Yeah, you should see me at Christmas. It's a little crazy. That's all right. It don't hurt nothing, does it? Just helps the economy when I waste money. And we're throwing all of our trash over in the back. Okay, we have this chevron pattern, and it's got a little sparkle to it. And I'm going to start it out here, and I'm going to see how it wraps. Because you got to have a good wrapper. Do we need a beat? Somebody give me a beat. Okay. That looks like it's going to be, see how that's going to lay? That's going to lay just right. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this glue gun from hell. Yeah, unplugged, of course. And I'm going to run, why does this do this? See, I hate glue guns. I'm going to run me some hot glue right there. And then, don't set it on the phone. I'm going to put that just at an angle, just a little bit, and get that stuck there. Ooh, that's hot. Let's see what's going on. Hi, New York Kit Kat. Hi, doll baby. Hi, BNN. And listen, if you give me a thumbs up and share this stream, I'd really appreciate it. Because a lot of people are saying that they don't know when I'm coming on. That you know how the notifications are on YouTube. Lord, I've got notifications set for people, and I never get a notification. And I'm just like, I have to go back through my subscriptions and see when they were on. Of course, Patrick got my Gatorade, my orange Gatorade. All right, let's wrap. I'll take your man right out the box and put him under my padlock. So when you see us together chilling in a place, go home and stone cold in your face. Go ahead, roll your eyes, suck your teeth. Go hump it, I'm something like a dog in heat. You can call me a crook, a robber, a thief, but I'll take your man if you got beef. That's old school. Tell me if you know who that was. Lisa said, if you're awake 3 hours, I'll be like, honey, if I'm awake, I will be there. You know that. I think I'm getting old and narcoleptic because I'm going to bed early. But then I wake up at 1:30 and everybody's still on, so I catch them. Lisa, you're going to have to start going on a second time in the middle of the night. Okay, now you want to keep this kind of even. You see how this is going? Woo. If you know what I wrapped, say it in the chat. I bet nobody knows. Because that's old school. All right. See, I was a teenager back when Run DMC first came out. And I had their cassette. And, I mean, it was like, I started listening to rap like 1983. Okay, I was a teenager. I listened to Motley Crue and all of the ones that were supposed, oh, they told me I was going to hell for listening to them. But I would listen to all the rap music and loved it, loved it, loved it. So I've told this story before, but I don't know if y'all watched the video I told it in. Now, right here, I'm going to stop for a minute. I'm going to put a little more of this blooming hot glue just to stabilize it. Why didn't that thing stay in? Cheap ass. Anyway, when I was a senior in high school, the biggest song on the radio was Parents Just Don't Understand by DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. Well, it just so happened that Run DMC, Salt and Pepper, DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, and I forget, it wasn't Young MC, it was somebody else. But anyway, they were all going to be in Greensboro. Well, it was on, I think, a Thursday or Friday night. I think it was Friday night. But I was scheduled to work. Well, my best friend, she was like, let's go. I said, I can't, I got to work. And she said, well, just call out. Call out. She worked at the same restaurant I did. We waited tables. She was like, call out, call out. We got to go see this concert. And I'm like, I love every one of those graves. Oh, my God. And tickets were so cheap. I mean, they were literally like $15 to the Greensboro Coliseum. I'm like, okay. And, of course, I had just bought a car and by myself. And so we slipped off. Well, the concert was fantastic. And a friend of ours, Junebug, we were the only white people there, I swear. We were the only, and two white girls going in there going, oh, you know, and we were a little nervous. But then we saw a friend of ours, Junebug, and he took us up with him. And he was like, you stay up here before you girls get in trouble. And we were like, okay, thank you. And we had the best time. But then we got lost going home. And I was like, I'm calling my daddy. Mom was out of town. And I'm like, I'm calling my daddy. He'll tell us how to get home. Oh, he told me how to get home. He told me how to get my ass home fast. And this was a month before graduation. Now, I was a senior. I was 17. Month before graduation, they took my car. My car that I was paying on. They took my car. They took all my free time. I had to go to work, come back, go to school, come back. I was allowed no freedom. And then they also took all of my graduation presents. They took everything that anybody gave me, and they made me wait until my birthday in the fall to get them. I was so mad. I called in the radio station. Oh, and they wouldn't let me go to the graduation party either. I could go, but I had to be home by midnight. So I called the radio station. That was back when you could call in for requests. And I told the DJ the whole story. And I said, and see, parents just don't understand. All I wanted to do was go to that concert. He said, that's the best story yet. Put the whole thing on the radio. Parents just don't understand. My dad taught school. My dad taught at the college, and then he was over the high school science department. And everybody's like, hey, we heard about what you did. So, yeah, I was an asshole. I was an asshole kid. But you know what? I didn't do anything to hurt anybody. I never ended up in jail or on drugs or anything like that. If the worst thing your child ever does is take off and go to a concert, then count yourself lucky. That's all I can say. Count yourself lucky. Okay, y'all see, it's coming around like that. Now, I'm not going to leave it just like this, obviously. But I am going to cut it because I don't want to do the whole thing in chevron. Remember, I'm going to have other shit on it. Stuff on it. Crap on it. Whatever you want to say it. And I want it to end on the back side, so I'm going to do this. And press it down. Now, excuse me, I got to put that glue gun back in the plug. It's unplugged itself. Let me get that good and cooled. You see, this is what we got so far. Okay. Let's plug this little booger up so it can burn me some more. Scoot, scoot, scoot. I want me to fall out of the chair. Oh. If I was making crap, y'all see I've got a dress on and I got a little thing over it to hide my fat arms. If I was making crafter stuff, why would you make them with such short cords? Can somebody please tell me that? Because this says it has a 6-foot cord. Okay, but it won't reach from there to my table. And I don't have I have one extension cord for my laptop, but I don't have another one for that. Well, I'm sure I do somewhere, but I don't know where it is. So, okay, there we go. Now, I want to lay out, let me put this down a little bit. I want to lay out where I'm putting everything. Oh, don't let me drop my laptop. Oh, shit. All right. Okay, we've got that there. Now, we know we're going to put Jack up at the top. We want him about here. We want... what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that gross grain ribbon and I'm going to just put pieces behind. I don't want bows. I don't want that much depth in here. So let's start out with this. I'm going to put this little booger. Let me snip it. Always have good wire cutters and want good scissors. It's worth it because then you're not pissed off when you're trying to cut something. And never use your scissors that you use for crafts to cut anything but paper and crafts. Don't use them to try to cut hair because that's just going to turn out bad. Because they're not going to cut. Don't use your kitchen shears to do crafts. Have specific scissors for specific things. I know that sounds silly, but let me tell you, my grandmother always went by that rule, and it's smart. All right. Helps if I turn it over and do it with some brain power, wouldn't it? All right, we're going to do this. Now remember, we're just going to kind of tack it on right here because we're going to use some glue to actually super glue the head. See, he's like that. We're going to turn him around and then we're going to twist it a little bit. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Okay, we're going to put him right there. And I want to put him in first because he's the centerpiece. And who's the most important thing that we're going to have on this? This is what people are going to notice. Everything else is fluff. You got to remember to know what's fluff and what's not. Now, put your good amount of glue on there because that's styrofoam. And you want it to come down all the way onto the ribbon. And because it's going to dry clear, so... But you want it as stable as possible. Even though you've got floral wire in it, remember that floral wire goes straight in and then comes straight out. So you need to have plenty of glue, of adhesive. And of course, Oh, hey, Steve. Steve says he's watching. Steve Yoakum, and if you're a friend of Steve's, you know that we just love our Steve. I got to put another glue stick in. He has been very, very sick, so if you could put him in your prayers. He started out with a nasty cold, and then it turned into pneumonia, and he wouldn't stay in the hospital because, like every man in the world, oh, you need to stay in the hospital, I'll be fine. So my husband does the same thing. They don't want to admit they're really sick. But anyway, he's on a lot of medicine, and he's in the bed, and, you know, he's even having trouble breathing and coughing. So, you know, I got him on inhalers, thank God. But y'all say a prayer for Steve Yoakum because he's our sweetheart. He's a good fella. And if you're single, he's available. He's going to kick my butt. Okay. So we want to hold that until it cools. Now, let me see what's going on in the chat. Kiki, we need to get together, honey, and I need to see what kind of juices you've got. Hey, Reachable for you. Yeah, y'all make sure you check out Lisa. Lisa's going on at 9 Eastern Standard Time. Y'all make sure you go in there. She's fun. It's very relaxed, very kicked back, and it's for adults. So don't come in there and have your speakers blasting wide with the young'uns around. Just love her. Okay, I think, all right, we're not quite dry yet, or dry. We're not quite cooled yet. So, but see, it's already, that's where we want it. All right. Let that get finished. And now what we're going to do is these bigger rosettes, you want to make, first off, you want to make sure that it's really, really tight on here. And it's hard on my hands, I'll be honest with you. But you want it really tight. And then you want to get your scissors, because you don't need all this fabric down here. So you want to get your scissors and you want to cut that off. But you have to leave that on while you're doing this. Otherwise, if it slipped apart, you'd be screwed. At least that's in my experience. And we'll just let it go on the floor because we don't care. We'll clean up later. All right. Now, as you can see, this is a straight styrofoam. Things have a hard time sticking just to styrofoam, like with glue or anything else. So what I'm going to do, where is my black gross grain? Over here. I'm going to take it. This used to drive my mother crazy when I threw all the shit on the floor. She'd be like, don't do that. You're going to have to clean it up. I'm like, that's okay. I'll clean it up. She gets so mad at me. She likes everything just neat. And I can't blame her for that. Really. She kept everything just so in the house. And if you see this, Mom, yes, I'm saying nice things about you. Yeah, she was always so creative. And you know what? When you have a creative parent, like I danced, sang, did all that, and my daughter did as well. And I think it's when we have creative parents and parents that understand the arts and things like that and appreciate it, you know, it gives children the bravery to do it themselves. I know I've never had stage fright a day in my life. Seriously, never. I mean, I've never been nervous about speaking in public. I used to win all these 4-H demonstrations and speaking, you know, public speaking and all that. I won all of them. And I'd come up with all the stuff myself. I'd be like, I built a loom one year. I think I was in 5th grade. Wait a minute, I got to push this up so I can see you all. So I can't see me either. What kid in 5th grade builds a loom, a wooden loom, to make stuff with it? I mean, it's crazy. But I had read about weaving. I don't know why. I would pick up books on all sorts of subjects. And I just thought, oh, that would be neat. I want to learn how to do that. And I literally looked at the diagram and made my dad, I said, can I have some wood? he had a little workshop downstairs in the house I grew up in. He's like, yeah, go ahead. He didn't care. As long as I was busy and out of his hair and not causing Mom to scream, he was happy with me. I mean, you would have been too. There was a lot of yelling in our house. He's like, just keep her busy. And Yeah, so I made a loom and won all the way through county. They didn't have regionals back then. I wish they had it, but I always won the county competition on whatever I decided to do, and I'm very proud of that. And I've got all my medals upstairs. My daughter had absolutely no interest in doing that. She danced. Lord, she can sing. Oh, but she won that. Remember the Share the Fun contests that we had? She won. She was dressed as Britney Spears, and she actually sang the song. And I had a wireless headset that I used in my band, and I had her with the puffs on her. She was in the outfit. I just wouldn't let her tie her shirt up and show her belly. But she sang "Hit Me One More Time" and won. She was so cute. She did look like her. Really a lot like her when she was little. She was so adorable. Oh my Lord. You know, that's the thing about having kids, and then one day having grandkids is you always have great stories to tell. And I love hearing other people tell stories about their kids and all their grandkids. And you know how people say, "Oh God, you're pulling the pictures of the grandkids." I love seeing them. I love it. You show me pictures of babies or dogs or anything, I'm happy. But I'm guilty of pulling out mine too. It's all right though, isn't it? But okay, this is coming along. Now we're about halfway through, so I'm going to get a little bit blue for stabilization. That around. Oh, that's going to go good. Now what we're going to do is, because the colors on the movie and all of the stuff are black and purple. And they have the chevron pattern and the pinstripe pattern, which I could not find pinstripe to save my soul. I looked online. I looked everywhere. Hobby Lobby didn't have it. I'm like, how do you not have pinstripe? And even in the stuff that advertised that they had Night Bear Before Christmas stuff did not have pinstriped ribbon, which is crazy. How crazy is that? You have to have the pinstripe. That's what Jack's suit's made out of, right? And I could not find, well, I found burlap, like Sally's dress, but it just didn't look right. So I was like, I'll just do Jack for now. Oh, I'll tell you something stupid else that happened. I'm just telling all sorts of shit on myself, but that's all right. We don't care, do we? None of us are perfect, and we all make mistakes. And if you can't laugh at yourself, who are you going to laugh at? That'll just have to roll on the floor. Okay, we're coming up on the end. So this should go to the bottom. There we go. Now when I hold it up, that's at the bottom. And I want it to go straight. I don't want it to be angled. And then I want it to go around to the back. That head comes off, I'm going to have a heart attack. Damn it. See, I keep dropping it. Okay, let me hold that over for a minute. And all I did was super glue that there. This is actually, you could do this and be done with it with just very few things on it. You don't have to do as much as I'm doing on it. But it's always fun. Okay. I'm going to just keep holding that there. Let's see if I can read the chat. I just put all my decorations up. You know what? I need to do the rest of the house. All we've got right now is cookie jars out, some of them. I need to take the other cookie jars out of the kitchen and put the less expensive ones are the ones that I usually put out to where they could actually be touched, because they're expensive. One of them was like almost $600, and I'm not putting a cookie jar on my kitchen cabinet that's going to be that expensive. That would be stupid. But you know, it's so much fun to decorate for Halloween. And you know, the good thing about Nightmare Before Christmas is you hit Halloween and Christmas at the same time. You don't have to redo it. At least we don't here. Okay. Would you boys quit? I hear y'all out there. They're playing or messing is what they're doing. Well, I just unplugged my laptop. Hold on just a second. Give me just a second. There is not a video that I make that I don't have to lean over the cabinet and show my fat arms. I hear you, Brian. Stop it. Brian sounds like he's continually hoarse. I don't know why. Sometimes he sounds like a duck. But he's cute. He's our baby. Okay, now we're going to put Jack's tie up under him. Did I put that? I sure as shit did. Oh my God. Well, you know what? If all else fails, smush it. Just smush. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to smush that together. I'm going to get me a little floral wire. I know I got a piece somewhere. And I'm going to go around real tight. And then arrange it. I hear you. What are you doing? You can come on in. Push the door, silly. Well, come on. I'm not opening that door for you. You can open it yourself. Push. That's the laziest dog. If you're laying on the couch and he wants up beside you, he'll make you pick him up. And when he can jump just as easily. Brian, I said do it yourself. Mama said do it yourself. Come on. Quit being lazy. You sound pitiful. Lord, let me do it. See why it's full? Come on. Butthole. You're not getting on my lap, no. Okay, so I smushed it so it's all together. And now I'm gonna put the ends of the floral wire up underneath. Slide it under that sucker. Because remember, it is styrofoam. There we go. And then I'm gonna pull that down and back. Okay, that's gonna look good. See how I'm pulling them down and back? And then the front ones will be up and forward. Now, where's my glue gun? You know, I hate these things, but they do work. They are awful handy. This one's got the little, my husband picked this up, and it's got the little glue sticks. I'm going through these suckers fast. I need one with the big ones, but then I'd really burn myself. It's probably good I didn't get, no, he didn't get me one of those. Okay, so I'm going to put a good amount of that glue on there. Glue underneath it, because we don't want it to fall apart. And it is going to be on my outer door. Okay, so we got that. All right, let that sit there. Now, I'm going to get my little rosettes. You see the part painted, part not painted. Now, you're just going to wrap these to where they're kind of a bouquet. Because I used one piece of floral wire to do these. And I got a hair in my mouth. I used one piece and I just wrap it around. One piece just wrap it around. And all this is about 2 inches of felt. And I just rolled it up, just like in the picture. You can see it in the cartoons. I just rolled it up and then painted the edges white. And you have to do several coats, of course, like I said, because this is felt. It's going to absorb it. So I'm just going to arrange those like that, like in a semicircle. And then, where's my big one? I'm going to put that right there. And I'm going to have it just sided like that. See? See how easy that is? Okay. Now, I'm going to take one piece of floral wire and go around all of this. Keep looking around like I don't know where my stuff is, and I've got it arranged. Actually have it organized for once. All right. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to go around, and I'm going to grip it tight because I don't want these falling out. I don't really want to use any more hot glue than I have to. But squeeze it, and you see what happens? It'll bouquet out. And it doesn't look, you don't want anything on your wreath, if you're doing Nightmare Before Christmas, to look too perfect. If that makes any sense. All right. So we've got that. Now I've got 2 more over here, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with them. All right. Do I want this up top? Yeah. Do I want it up top or do I want it down below? I think I want it down below. Okay. I'm going to have to trim some more of this felt off. This is fun. This does remind me when I was a kid and doing crafts. And my mom would do baskets with like the Mod Podge, the ribbon. She had really good sense of style. And people would buy them from her. They'd be like, will you make me one of those? And she's like, what? And they were like, one like that. Because she would take them places, like whenever she had to take, I don't know, food to the women's club or pro club or any of that stuff. She would take things and she would take them in her baskets. People were like, I want that basket. And she'd say, these take a long time to do. And I mean, seriously, she got a good amount of money for those. Okay. Do we want it underneath him? Or do we want it over top of him? You know, and I think I want it over top. Well, yeah. Maybe. I don't know. I'm playing with it. You got to play with it till you figure it out. Now, I think I want these to go with his chin. Because I've got to cover up the boo-boo that I make. Now, I can either use that or I do have some little purple flowers. And I just got a little packet of it. I think they were $1. They came from the Create for Less site too. But you know what? No, I think the two rosettes are going to look better there. And I want them smooshed together. Get it cut. And I'm sure somebody can do this a lot better than I can. There's always somebody that's got more talent, but you know what? I'm having fun doing it, and that's, frankly, that's all I care about. I'm having fun, and it'll be cute on my door. Okay. Let's get this glue gun again. I'm going to have to bring it over here. Why am I losing the glue stick? Shit. This is aggravating. It fell out on the floor. Well, crap. Okay. And I'm just sticking it on there. And let's do some around the sides. This is probably against manufacturer's warning to use your lip to push the glue stick in. I'm sure they warn against that. Please do not use your mouth on this glue gun. Okay. But that looks pretty good. Where did that one go that went on the floor? I know her. Oh, there it is over there. I lose stuff. And I look like one of those crazy ladies that, you know, with my hair all piled up, but I couldn't leave it down. It's too hot and it was getting frizzy. Okay. So we have this now. Let that sit. We have this. We have our flowers. Now the flowers, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with those. Let's start with this crepe while that's sitting. See, I got all creative. I was just like, ooh, I could do all sorts of stuff with this. I spent way too much money. Please do not spend this much money. Seriously, I could have bought this wreath twice. But I'm an idiot. I thought, oh, I'll do that. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take about 2 feet. And it doesn't really matter because you're going to trim it all afterwards. So, and you're going to cut it. And then, I'm sure you all have seen this before. You're going to take the ends, match them up, get it like that. You're going to put it underneath because you want that knot on top. And you're going to just pull it through. Oh, shit. I say it. Now let's do it. And you want your crepe to hang right. And you know what? If you've got a thicker styrofoam, and I did that exactly backwards because I'm an idiot. Okay. Let's see if I can do this again. You go over with the knot, but you want that folded part to show. That's the whole idea. And I did it wrong the first time and the second time. Judas Priest. How do I do that? Oh, I got to turn it that way, isn't it? I'm an idiot. See, this is the part that I have trouble with because I don't know what I'm doing when I'm doing it backwards or forwards. But I'll figure it out one way or the other. I will figure it out the hard way, and then you'll know all the ways not to do it first. Okay, so that way's that way. I'll shit on it. Okay, so you got to have the loop at the bottom. God, I'm an idiot. And I'm sure y'all are probably in chat going, no, that way, no, that way. Okay, so the loop part is at the outside. This part is in the front side, and that way you get to see the knot because that's what you want. Okay. You slide it up and you make it tight. Okay. Now I'm going to do 2 of these and then 2 purple. Lord, I'm an idiot doing stuff. See, this is why I don't do math. Math makes no sense. I can barely do this. Okay. Bottom. See, now that I look at it, it makes sense. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. All right. Push it up against each other. And pull that down. Now they're not even. That's okay. You're going to trim the ends of them. Here comes Halloween. You know, Rosie and y'all, you've been teasing me because, let me see if Lee's doing on. How old is Mama Beth's world? Well, my world is obviously very old. I've been making videos for a year. I am 2 years from 50. I'm 48 years old. And I'm a psychologist, which there are people who say I'm not. I don't care. But yeah, I'm a psychologist. And I like to cook. And the best times of my life have been in the kitchen. So I hope that answered the question. But my channel is a year old, and I'll tell you why I started it. Because, oh, wait a minute, I got to use purple. I watched Peter Mon all the time, and when he started doing You Now, maybe even before then, I don't know, he started having me up on panel. And we just cracked up together. We had a good time together. And then, I don't know, I met a couple other channels, and they had me on their panels, and they kept encouraging me and encouraging me. And they said, you really need to get up and do this. Well, you know, years ago, when I was 19, was I 19? 20. There was a little radio station, and a friend of mine worked at it. And I was teaching dance, and I'd always been in the performing arts, you know, and stuff like that. And I was going to school to be a nurse. Didn't really want to be a nurse. Anyway, he said, his name was Aaron, and he said, we need help over here at this radio station, and, you know, you would be perfect. You're not afraid to talk, and you know, you've always been outgoing. I'm like, radio. Now, this was a super, super tiny station. I mean, like, really little. And, but it was FM. And I thought, oh, I'm going to hit big time. I'm going to be a big old DJ. Well, I found out very quickly that DJs make no money unless you are syndicated and, you know, one of the big guys or girls, you know, that's not where the money is in radio. Money's in sales. Well, I could sell ice to an Eskimo. And they were like, okay, I think because that's so bright, I'm just going to do 1 and then 2 more of the others and then 1. So anyway, I had 6 to midnight, and the radio station shut off at midnight. How crazy is that? And I started on radio. Well, then I was like, well, wait a minute, I'm not making any money. I was making barely over minimum wage. And I could only do it on the nights that I didn't teach, which were usually Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Saturdays, my day ended early with the kids. Fridays, I didn't teach classes. And I was like, I'm going to need something that's a little more lucrative coming from this business. And they said, why don't you sell ads? And I'm like, can I write the ads? And they were like, yeah, once you sell them, you talk them into a campaign. And they showed me the ropes a little bit. And you know what? That was the beginning of an almost 20-year career. And at one point, I owned my own ad agency. Loved it. My daughter started doing commercials when she was 4. And there were clients that would not buy if she didn't do the commercials. But I really enjoyed that part of it. What I did not enjoy was going back and forth to clients that had already spent their ad budget and begging them for more money and telling them they needed to do more stuff. I didn't feel like that was honest. I don't like being dishonest or disingenuous. So it's kind of my feeling on it. Okay. You know what? I think I got enough on this. I don't want to overload this. I don't want it to be tacky. Tacky, tacky, tacky. So I think I'm going to do black and then just the one purple. I bought all that purple just to do that. Yes, I did. I'll kick myself later. My husband will just roll his eyes and say, well, just put it in the... my china hutch, the bottom part, and then I have another cabinet, and then I have another thing that's all craft stuff for soaps, because I make soaps and lotions and unctures and all sorts of stuff. Okay, this is what we've got so far. What y'all think? Is that starting to look good? Okay, I'm going to trim this, and I'm just going to do it by sight. We'll go by the shortest one and just go around. My daughter's in Mexico, and I bet she's missing not. Halloween was always our thing, you know. It's going to be a hard Halloween for her. I love her. She's such a sweet girl. I love my baby. Okay. Well, shit. All right. There you go. So there, you know what? You could end with this if you wanted, but I ain't going to. Because I've got 3 bows. I ain't going. I am going to fix these bows to where they are just perfect, and then I'm going to super glue them around the rosettes at the bottom. And I think then we'll be happy. I think I'm going to put one over top. Let's do that. Let's put one on top of it. I really like the way this is turning out. And I've got more doodads. I've got ribbons and stuff that are black and white, but I don't want it too busy. I want it busy, but not too busy. Like I got this doodle twine. I thought, might find something for it, but yeah. Okay, we've got that one up there. And I'm going to put a flower on it. And we've got this one for down here. Push that underneath with glue gun. Glue gun's been quite handy, hasn't it? Even though I've complained about it the whole time. We'll put that right under. And I'm going to stick that on. And always have your bows made ahead of time. That way you can figure out where you want to put everything, how you want to decorate. Okay. So I got those 2 on. Now I think I'm going to put, I'm going to move these down just a little bit. And I think I'm going to put my rosettes. Oh, that's on my mic. My rosettes, my larger rosettes here. What do y'all think? Is that going to be good right there? I think so. And I'm going to put the large rosette to the inside. I'm going to stick that. Yeah, we'll have to use not super glue. I keep wanting to say super glue. There went a bunch of Gatorade. I'm glad I had the lids on it. It's not fun unless you're making a mess. I mean, let's face it, whether you're cooking, playing, having sex, whatever it is, if it ain't messy, it ain't good. Best burger you ever had, think about it. It was messy, wasn't it? So, I'm going to put that there. Straighten my little bow out. All right, let that cool. Now, I'm going to get my purple flowers out. Scissors. You think I'm cleaning all this stuff up tonight? Y'all got another thing coming. I'm going to go in there and sit on my butt and watch TV. Housewives is going to be on. And then I got to watch Lisa at 9. See, I watch Lisa while I watch Housewives. It works out real well because the Housewives usually bore me after about 10 minutes, and that's when everybody gets into her chat. It's fabulous. So definitely sub to Lisa Yarborough's channel. All right, I'm just going to do little dollops and stick the flowers on just to give it a little bit of color. And come here, you little bugger. We're falling out. Bullshit. Hang on, y'all. On the floor, of course. Need something to scooch it with. Here they are. Would be right if I didn't drop something about every 10 minutes. Okay. Let's see. There's my third bow.
Are you going to take off with it? Are you going to take off with it?
No. There's another one. Okay, I think that's all of them. I'm too fat to be bending over. All right, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little rosette right there in the middle of the bow where the center is. Now we want a little purple up top. Oh, that's going to be cute. You know what? I didn't glue under that bow either. I better do that. Okay. Now, get these other 2, 3. And I'm just going to decorate it down through here. You know, I was going to do black bows, maybe black streamers, but I don't think I need it. I think if I put too much more on here, it's going to be too much. Of course, I dropped the flower. Where'd it go? There it went. Move.
Brian, you can't have this.
No, it's not for you. All right. Now, let's see if this is chic or tacky. What do y'all think? All right. Let that cool. It needs to be trimmed. Get one of those Hollywood haircuts where they don't measure anything. They just snip. Okay. What do we think? Do we need lights on it? I have lights and hey, it's Izzy. Lisa's channel is Lisa Yarboroughh. Okay, do we need the lights in the song on it? I think it can't hurt. What do y'all think? Do you love it? Isn't it cute, Izzy? See, there are so many creative ideas online, and I just kind of picked out what I liked from everything, and this is what I came up with. And I probably got enough stuff to make about 4 more of them. I just need styrofoam. But I really like this so much, and I wanted the jack-o'-lanterns, but I don't think it needs it. I really don't. See my little jack-o'-lanterns and my little jacks? You know what? I think I'm going to hang these around the door. But let me play the song. This is so cute. I love it. That sounds so stupid. I sound like a kid. It's what I sound like. These little bitty screws get me. Why would you put a little bitty Phillips head screw in this damn thing? Oh, shit. I know I did it earlier. But I think the lights would be cuter going around the door, and then it'll play whenever the wreath is up too. All right, come on, you little bugger. Oh, is it not gonna do it? Get it earlier. Come on. Oh, wait, I'm doing it the wrong way because I'm stupid. If it can, it's righty-tighty, loosey-goosey, right? Oh, I was going to tell y'all, Rosie was making fun of me because it really, everybody's been teasing because I use wine and liquor and stuff in my stuff. So there's a song that I learned when I was a kid. And, you know, y'all know I sing when I, here we go. Look out here. Ain't that adorable? I think these need to go around the door. Okay. Yeah. I'm never gonna get this thing to shut up now. Come on. I'm doing it to the left. Shut up! Don't drive me crazy. I need a real screwdriver instead of a floral knife. But how cute is that? I think I'm going to leave this exactly the way it is, black and white, with just a touch. And I need to, you can see the back. I need to trim the wires for Jack's head. God love him. And you know what? I'm going to put a little bit more glue all around, just in case. Because if this thing goes out there to the front and somehow falls off and falls apart, I will probably just melt. I'll just be like, ugh. Okay, but what I was saying was everybody's teasing me about cooking with alcohol. So there was a song when I was little. My grandparents loved to hear me sing. And they get my brother to sing too, and he would sing with me. But it was mainly they would teach me country songs that probably weren't an appropriate song for a 7, 8-year-old kid, maybe a little younger, to sing. But one of the favorites is about, and I'm sure you all probably heard it. It's about a woman who can't get her husband home out of the bar. And it goes like this, and you're going to hear it. And I guarantee if you go to karaoke or if you sing it, if you like to sing, you're going to end up singing it. Because if I could sing it at 7, you all can learn it now. It says, well, I'm going to hire a wino to decorate our home, so you'll feel more at ease here, and you won't need to roam. We'll take out the dining room table and put a bar along that wall. And a neon sign will point the way to the bathroom down the hall. Oh, Lord. But my grandfather thought that was the funniest thing. He'd take me around everywhere and he'd say, sing the song, sing the one of the song. But, yeah, y'all reminded me. I've got you made, oh, well, honey, Steph, you need to make crafts. You need to cook, make crafts, do what, well, I'm holding it sideways. Do whatever it is that makes you happy. Oh, thank you. I've sung for years. I sang with bands. God, first band was 13. Well, actually, the first band, I was 5. My neighbor had a band. And I got up and I would sing, Rolling on a River by Ike and Tina. And that was the first song that I ever got up and they would put me on a chair in front of the microphone and I would sing it at the top of my lungs. And like wherever we went that there was a band, like there were always different holidays and, you know, we go to the park, to the shelter, and there'd be like different work picnics and things like that. And they'd always hire a band. And they'd say, bring Beth up here. And I would sing everything. I mean, I just enjoyed it, and I always have. And you know what? That's one of the things that I miss is I haven't been able to, you know, be with my band in quite a while. And they keep calling, going, when are you coming back? I'm like, when I'm better, when I remember everything. But, you know, and doing musical theater, I enjoy doing that stuff. I've just always kind of been into it. But, oh, hi, Lucia. Lucia? Is it Lucia or Lucia? Hi, Faith. Let's see, what time is it? It is 6:57 now. You've got a shitload of crafting stuff. Well, honey, pull it all out. It's, you know, you might as well use it. You know, make something for yourself, make something for somebody else, make something and take it to a hospital, you know, or nursing home. You know, when I was an aide and I was in nursing school, I worked in the Alzheimer's unit, and when people would bring in crafts, they loved it. The ones who were still cognizant, you know, that weren't fully gone, still remembered things. And they really, especially Christmas stuff, anything holiday, but birds, animals, things like that on different pictures and wreaths, they really enjoyed that. And I always encourage people that if you do arts and crafts, and you have a nursing home near you, or well, like the different training centers where they work with the mentally challenged, to take it there so they can enjoy it. Because a lot of times we make stuff and we're like, what am I going to do with this? I got so much crap, you know. But they really like it. Oh, thank you, Faith. I am so glad you found this channel. You keep coming. I'm gonna keep it drama free, and you know, I just want to make it happy. I want people to be happy here. There are so many places that people go on the internet that they're not happy, and I always try to include a message. Virgilio de Jesus Molina Cuenque. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's very peaceful here, and I you know, but I always try to include a message with you know, each one of my live streams, and I've been doing a lot of thinking. And I've seen different people talking about this, and I just guess I'm going to add my 2 cents in. You know, we choose who we watch, and we choose how we react to those we watch. And it's real easy to get sucked into the negative. And unfortunately, we get caught up in the battles between this channel and that channel, or that person and this person, and you know, someone did this, and we get all mixed up in it. When really, it's none of our business. It has nothing to do with us. When we close the laptop, turn off the phone, shut down the tablet, turn off the smart TV, we're in our own home and we're in our own lives. And those people that are having channels that are so negative and so full of hate, and all they want to do is scream at people, or or gossip about people. There's a lot that, you know, all they want to do is talk crap about others. You know, they have to live with that, but we don't need to take that home with us. And the best way not to take it home with us is not watch it. And I know I've quit watching a lot of people that I used to be very supportive of. And I used to just get into it and do all of that nonsense and argue and fuss and fight. You know what? I'm so much happier that I don't. And I slip up. I'll be honest. There's one person that you know, as a Christian, I'm going to have to tell St. Peter, I'm sorry. I have forgiven everybody and love everybody, but there's one person I couldn't forgive, and you're just going to have to put me on a lower cloud because I can't do it. And, you know, but I deal with that myself. I don't want anybody else fighting a battle for me or going after somebody for me. And nobody else should drag you into their trouble and drama and all that too. And while it's interesting to watch, it's like a soap opera. You know, in soap operas, they always had big fights and big romance and crazy things happen. This is real. This actually comes into our lives. You know, I've had people try to, you know, hurt my business and hurt my husband's, and, you know, they've contacted my daughter, and, you know, soap operas don't do that. You know, so we need to step back. I'd much rather watch a documentary or a soap or something that's scripted that won't harm me in the long run, and won't harm those I love, and won't have me so blooming upset. I've been just nerve shot. I don't want that anymore, you know. And so I've made some changes, and, you know, anybody that doesn't make you happy, if you find yourself getting upset, turn it off, turn the channel, watch a documentary. Watch elephants. Do you know the David Sheldrick Wildlife Organization in Kenya? That's the one that Melania Trump visited. I want to go there so bad, and I watch their videos of the little orphan elephants, and they sleep with them, and they have their own little blankets, and they feed them, and it's so cute. So that's what I want to say. Find your peace. If you see that something's upsetting you, or, you know, making you feel bad, or that after you turn the electronics off, you're still upset about, go watch an ad. You don't need that. None of us do. All right. Has anybody got any questions? Oh, thank you, Lucia. I love your name, by the way. I have a friend that in Italy, and her name's Lucia, and I love just to say it. You know, Steph, I am so much happier and so much more peaceful. You know, I had a lot of medical stuff going on this summer, but I also had a lot of, you know, harassment coming out my way and just hate. And there's still people doing it, but I just block them. I don't give a crap. To be honest, you know, they're not on my mind and they don't matter. You know, mind over matter. But yeah, I'm very happy. I love you too, doll baby. And y'all come back. I'm going to rest for a little while because y'all know I get worn out doing these. Sometimes it takes me a day to recover, sometimes more. But hopefully, you know, this won't be too much since I've sat and I've talked and had a good time with it. But I've got to do a video on seasoning pans, and then Steph gave me a bunch of recipes that she wants me to do my way, I guess. But I'm going to be doing a lot of cooking videos and just talking and having a good time. And I don't know, we might do some more crafts. We'll see what I got in my sleeve. See you in 2 hours. Everybody, there's Lisa Yarborough. Just tap on her name and just it'll say go to channel, and you just subscribe and hit that bell. And if you'll hit a thumbs up here for me, I would certainly appreciate it. And you know, hit the bell, and you'll get the notifications when I'm coming on. All right, I'm gonna go now, and I will see you, Lisa. And everybody in the chat, thank you to my mods. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody new who came in. And thank you to everyone who's been a regular sub for coming in. I really appreciate it. And as always, I say, I love you. You love you. And I'll see you soon. Bye, y'all.